Hello there, and as usual, I'm Aaron from Let's Stay Gamers, and welcome. So today we're going to be talking about stealth ships, or more in the fact of hiding in plain sight. Now on many servers there is the cargo module turned on. If you don't know what this is, it spawns random cargo ships, and one of the primary sort of ships it spawns is the private sail. And I've done it in the past. I've converted one of these private sails so it opens up and drones fly out the center and they can actually capture a base. It's just a really cool sort of idea, but I've tried to do another one, and I think this one is a little bit more devastating. Now these solar sails are just flying past the bases. People really neglect them now and they just go, oh, it's a solar sail, it has no loot in, or it barely has any equipment that I actually want, and they let them get really close. And that's where this element of surprise is going to come from. So you can actually see it's a little bit different design. The difference is that we've got a cargo container on the original solar sail. On my solar sail, we've actually got this very compact unit of, well, I'm just going to surprise you in a second. So we'll hop in the back and I'll fold this thing out. So it works a little bit like a transformer, and we're using the missile block mod. So if I hop into here, we're going to actually bring in the fold out process. So from a distance, pretty much look the same. The only really external difference is that missile turret on the bottom, but I couldn't fit it inside. So let's actually try and begin to fold this system out. So all we're going to do is hit 1. So we hit 1. The end actually pops off and the wings fold out. So we have 6 missile launchers ready to fire on a target, and putting it away as fast as possible. So you fired your volley of 6 missiles, you just hit 2 and it folds back up. And people might even go, hang on, where the hell's that rocket volley came from? That's just a solar sail over there. So it could be really cool. But let's actually have a go against a target. So for this next test, we're going to do a little bit of a combat drill. We've got a red ship out there that's quite unsuspecting if we're actually going to engage it. So you can see we can move around quite finely. Everything is pretty smooth. There's not too much movement, nothing to really give us away as we're moving around. We're 500 meters away. We're well within the missile range. So what we're going to do is we're going to lock onto the target. So we're at 3. We click and aim at the target. So you can see that's designated that target. And then we hop back into the other button once we designate the target, and we can actually begin firing the rockets, but we're going to need to open up the shell first and break our cover as a little solar sail. So there we go, we open that up. Okay, that's opened up to the side, beautiful, and we should be able to fire our first volley of missiles out. So select 4, fire, and the ones they've left, they'll actually be guiding towards the target. So here's the first volley actually going in, curving into the target, all 6 missiles. Oh, look at the devastation of that. That's beautiful. Let's see if we can get a second volley in from the ship. So we can't actually see the missiles fire, but maybe we'll be able to actually see them come in. Here we go. Another volley. Due to the spacing as well, you can just see how much damage it can do. We took out a turret up top. We've took out some components on the front. Let's do a massive volley of 3 or 4, and then we'll head back over to the ship. So where the missiles coming in from. So we got 2 waves. Just look how devastating that is, especially from a surprise ship like that. You wouldn't expect all that firepower to be coming from a solar sail, and I think that's what makes it really devastating. But the only problem is if you do get compromised with a ship of this sort of design, it means you're going to suffer a lot of damage because you're sacrificing the protection to actually sneak in and be as hidden as possible. But we'll head back over to the ship. So now that we've fired our volley of rockets at the target, we could quickly pack our ship away, and you could even do it in such a manner where you pack all the weapons away after you fired that first volley. The rockets are on the way to the target, and you just continue on driving like you're a private sail. Now the pilot on that ship is going to go, why is my ship suddenly exploding? He'll look around, see if there's any enemy ships around. He'll see the solar sail just flying past gently, and he'll go, what the hell just happened? And he'll try to work out if it's his ship exploding. Has he built it wrong? Is something going on? Or maybe you might be compromised and then he might just blow you up out the water. You've got a lack of armor, but at the same time, with these stealthy ships, that is what you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer the lack of armor for the mobility and the act of surprise. Anyway, hopefully this has inspired some stealthy builds, and I will see you next time.